if you big in the world, you can't become small around people because you can see them for their flesh and their bone. Like, if it's spirit, you couldn't even see it. If it was something that could scare you, it would hit you before you even knew it. Don't be afraid of stuff that you see. Listen, people gonna cast all this stuff that sounds good because you can see it. It's a proven plan because you can see it. But I gotta tell you in the season, if you can see it, that ain't where God led you. Anybody can pave a path, but can you walk on the unwalkable? Can you step out on a thing that nobody's ever walked on and walk on it? So I'm calling you to be a wave walker. You somebody that is on top of every element that's designed to kill you, to drown you, to make you fail. In life, we forfeit to tell people, step out there. And you don't get out there and just drown. You don't get out there and just sink. You don't get out there and just die because you stayed in the boat. So I don't care what they say. They may have stayed in, but you got out. You got out. And the problem with a lot of us people is that we get in the boat and we get safe and comfortable in safety. And they're afraid nobody jumps out. And so the problem is that we've gotten so used to being comfortable in poverty, nobody jumps out. Instead of me trying to promote you, push you, propel you to a prosperous place of jumping out and building, I keep you close because we're scared to jump out there. So we become comfortable in being scared, but I'm safe. What happens when, like, the storm comes? What happens when the boat you outgrow? What happens when what believes in you can't see you believing in you? Peter says, I can't be around this type of mentality where it's more to life than just fish and boats. And he's like, Lord, can I come to you? And Jesus said, you can come. And Peter's like, but I need you to tell me. You tell me it's okay. You tell me I'm on assignment, I'm purposed. That I didn't just see anything, I didn't just say, let me know that it's you that called me. When he gets the confirmation, he steps out. There is no hesitancy. There ain't no pause for cause. There ain't no stream for doubt. There is form in your mind. How are you gonna make this work? He steps out. So when you know it, and it needs not be explained. It don't need to be interpreted. It doesn't need to be written down. It don't need to be drawn out. I have no reason to show you no blueprint plans. If I've got it, either you follow or I've got to go. Either way, I'm stepping out. You gotta know. You gotta know for yourself. What you heard was the word. What he said was sight for you. You gotta know that regardless if they come, if they stay, if they petition, if they help you pave the way, you are a wave walker. You walking on what tossed and turned them. You walking on what would leave them discouraged, destitute. They be out there dying in it. You walking on it. How do I know you walking on it? Because you could have children and not die. And the odds of somebody of color going to their hospital, giving birth to a black child, and still surviving through it is 50%. And God says you are one of the 50. So if you're one of the 50, then out of the 50, you know how many get to 28? Ain't tried no drugs, ain't strung out in prostitution, is not in the world dead, that they haven't been consumed by it. Half mark. 25 and 25. And you would be one of the 25. Up to 25. One of the 25 is who gets this far in life and still don't quit on school? Who gets this far in life and still has one child by one man? Who gets this far in life and haven't given up and thrown in a towel that if you have made the money, had the kids, have the house, you weren't happy on the inside and on the outside? One half of 25. 1 in 14 make it to where you are. We started out with a whole lot, the disciples say. We started out with people who looked like they belonged to us because they were among us. But they left from around us because they couldn't handle us. You can't get consumed and who left, who stayed, who got scared in the boat. When you meant to stay afloat, you gotta step out there. Out of the boat. Out of safety, security. God wasn't in the boat. God wasn't in the boat, honey. He wasn't in the boat. He wasn't in the boat. And when you can identify that the God that calls you out is the God who settles the ground, settles the air, settles the waves, settles the room. Before you get there, it may look like you're walking into a tomb, but when you get in there, it's going to be a business room that God says, I prepared the table before you. So the God that called you out is standing on it. And if you stand in him, there's no way you can drown to it. You ain't gonna die to it. You ain't gonna fall in it. You may be waver, wind may blow. Ain't nobody said it's gonna be easy, but you won't die. It won't kill you. It ain't gonna kill you. Know that today. You're called for much more than just being heavy on somebody's heart. You're called to be set apart, to be different. God would amend, that is the replacement of what was originally planned. God would amend your future that you make it to your destiny end. You may start drowning, but you ain't gonna die in it. It ain't gonna kill you. I think the verse does a little bit of disservice where nobody highlights that he walked. And so my problem is you loud when it come down to like bringing people down. You are the loudest thing. Want to cloud up on how you moved out of the house, but ain't nobody say nothing when I moved into the house. You want to talk about what I'm driving now, but how I ran the car down. But that God provided you your own door to walk through. You could close behind you. It don't matter what it looks like now. I walked in it, stepped out in it. With everybody else standing around doubting, you walked in it. You just come to kill, steal, and destroy, but to distract, and he'll use people to do that.